What's up, guys? It is 8 o'clock on Sunday, November 16th, 2025, and your boy is tired. He's ready to fall asleep. But welcome back to the channel. Landyn Valeric here. We're discussing Atomic Habits, Chapter 5. This will be our Atomic Habits Chapter 5 discussion video. Earlier in the week, we read the chapter and reviewed it. And today, we're going to pull out an important idea. We're going to discuss a couple things. So, I think today's important idea is not necessarily going to be habit stacking, which was the second system, but it's going to be the implementation intention system. I'm going to read something quick. The goal is to make the time and location so obvious that, with enough repetition, you get an urge to do the right thing at the right time, even if you can't say why. As the writer Jason Zweig noted, obviously you're never going to just work out without conscious thought. But like a dog salivating at a bell, maybe you start to get antsy around the time of day that you would normally work out. Going back to implementation intention, what was it? Well, that was the concept of saying that I am going to do this thing at this time in this place, with the knowledge from the chapter letting us know that time and place are two of the most effective ways to help keep you stuck to a new habit, or to help you break an old one, right? So you have your time, you have your place, and you have the thing you want to do. That's your implementation intention. Now, I unknowingly have done this in the past, and I've mentioned it in other videos where I said I get up extremely early, typically 4 a.m. And the way that I was doing that before I created like my whole barcode alarm clock system was that I would simply tell myself every morning when I wake up in bed, when my alarm goes off, it'll be 4 a.m. and I'm going to get out of bed and I'm going to go do this thing. So that time, 4 a.m., place, in my bed, thing, getting up, right? And that was actually quite effective for a long time. It's really dry down here. I am still just getting over being sick, so I still have some coughing every now and then. I just finished my antibiotics today, second time in 2 months that I've been on them. So forgive me if I cough into the mic again. I really do apologize. I've been kind of choking a couple back already. So, implementation intention, powerful thought of this chapter for me. Some of you might actually prefer the habit stacking method. Now, that's a method I've never successfully been able to implement. But basically, the way that that works is you say, I will implement habit X after existing habit Y. So, after this, I do this. And it's like a general rule, right? So, say you get up in the morning, and the first thing you do is you go brush your teeth. But you want to wash your face after as well. So your habit stack would then go from you from you getting up and going to brush your teeth to you getting up, going to brush your teeth, and since you're already in the same space, in the same room, washing your face right after, right? So that would be like a habit stack. Now, how does that affect me? It doesn't really. Again, I don't really have much experience with that. I've always been more prone to the implementation intention thing, saying like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon every day I'm gonna go to the gym, and that has worked pretty well for me. I don't have to do that now because my gym is literally outside that wall, but when I did go to public gyms, which are gross by the way, I did do that. My gym's probably grosser, actually. I have like cat hair and stuff on the floor. I don't even have a cat. Long story. But those are my thoughts on this chapter. The chapters in this book, what I'm finding, are they're very pointed and poignant. You get the information, and I think I said this in chapter like 1 review. the chapters in this book, they mince no words. They're just like, this is what you need to do. This is where the thought comes from. This is how you do it. This is what's up. And so these important idea or powerful idea videos kind of almost don't make sense to do because it's all covered in the review video. Now, you may look back at some of my previous, excuse me one sec, at some of my previous videos and be like, oh, he pulled out a powerful idea that wasn't in the summary. But I did that purposely. I was pulling powerful ideas from lines that were kind of tangential to the things that the chapter was talking about. This chapter, and I'm thinking that the later chapters are all going to be like this, but this chapter was very straight to the point, like an arrow. There was no playing around. There was no real room for tangential ideas, powerful tangential ideas, which is really crazy because this second video is essentially going to be me repeating a portion of the first video each week. Now, that brings me to another thing on videos. So when I first started this YouTube channel, which was, I don't know how long ago now, several weeks, I don't know, a month, 2 months, something like that. I was like listening to these YouTube gurus and stuff being like, you gotta post every day and you gotta post every day at the same time and blah, blah, blah. And when I started like trying to make a video every day, I was looking at it and I was going like, holy crap, this is freaking impossible. So I scaled back. I scaled back to 2 days a week. And that was Monday and Thursday. And obviously, I don't think I've made a single video on Monday and Thursday any week. One of the videos is always on a different day, if not both of them. Now, I was listening to more videos on like, you know, how to grow your YouTube channel. And I came across a video by a channel called Zier2, I think, which is a secondary channel for a creator called Tierzoo. I think he's got like 1 million subscribers or something, mostly in the gaming realm. But his Zier2 channel was other things, I think. I haven't actually delved into his channel. Maybe I should. But this video was about ranking in a tiered list, because Tierzoo, or Zier2, YouTube advice. And he came to the conclusion that uploading at the same time every week isn't going to matter, because the algorithm doesn't actually care if you upload at 10 a.m. every day, right? Or Mondays and Wednesdays, or Mondays and Thursdays, right? What he did say is this apparently came from like the developer of the algorithm. I don't know his name. I'm not like affiliated with YouTube in any way other than what you're looking at. But he said you can essentially replace the word algorithm with the word audience every time that you mention the algorithm. So he's saying, you know, if your videos are falling and you're not getting the views you want to, your subscriber count is kind of like starting to dive, or people aren't subscribing in the waves that you want them to, then instead of asking like, what is the algorithm like? Or, oh, the algorithm must not like that, you can replace that word with audience. And you can say, oh, my audience doesn't like that. Or, oh, what does my audience want? And that kind of gives you an idea of how you can move forward, because you're no longer trying to please the ephemeral and mysterious algorithm. You're thinking about people and what do people like. Now, I'm trying to do this whole thing as authentically as possible. Currently, I don't do any editing or anything like that, as evidenced by the cough into my mic earlier. Eventually I will, but you know, I'd like to get a certain number of videos out and kind of get into a flow of doing things. That flow, though, this is the point, does not necessarily involve a strict posting schedule for me, though. I said Monday and Thursday. I think I'm going to scrap that. I'm just going to do 2 videos every week. It might be Saturday and Sunday. It might be Monday and Friday. 2 videos a week. Because my 3 subscribers that I have right now probably don't care that, oh, it's 8 p.m. on Monday night and I haven't uploaded, so I'm not going to watch your next video, right? I really don't think that's something that's going to affect my channel at this point in time. If I do gain traction and people start, actually subscribing, watching my videos and being happy with them and stuff, I think there's going to probably have to be a lot of changes that I make, because I'm self-aware enough to know that, like, this is not much to look at or listen to. Then maybe I'll get more serious about posting schedules. But until then, as I kind of like build out what this area is going to be and what I'm going to be as a channel, then I'm just going to kind of try and keep it easy so I can keep the pressure off my mind. Because, it's Sunday night. I was supposed to release a video Thursday, and I should actually be folding laundry and going to bed. And I'm like, no, I got to get this video out. So I figured now's the time to just address it and kind of say this is how it's going to be from now on. I'm just going to kind of do it as I go. Week to week, 2 videos a week. Probably. Sometimes it might be 1. I don't think the algorithm is going to care that much. But anyway, all that to say, I appreciate your watching though. We're going to continue with Atomic Habits. We're going to go chapter 6 this week. Early this week, hopefully, but based on what I just said, you never know. Until then, we'll catch you later. I hope you guys liked this video. Like and subscribe if you did. And let me know in the comments if you've ever tried implementation intention, wittingly or unwittingly, or if you've ever done any habit stacking and how it worked for you. Tell me your experiences with it. I'd appreciate the comments. Take it easy, guys. Until next time.